everybody, welcome back to Art a la Carte. And one of my favorite things to draw since pretty much the beginning of my art journey has been horses. I love drawing horses. So today I want to share with you the first kind of base horse that I learned to draw in the very beginning of my art journey. And it takes about 9 different shapes and lines to create your base. So grab your pencil, grab your paper, and let's get drawing. To start off your really simple horse head, we're going to begin with just a circle. This is going to be the cheek circle. And so it's going to be a little bit larger. And then we're going to determine the direction of your horse's head. So if you want your horse to be looking straight, like looking straight up, then you will draw that directional line this way. If you want him tilted just slightly, you'll have it this way. If you want to have him tilt his head way down, you'll just go draw a straight line down. So we have two lines so far. We have a circle and we have a line. And this line is just your directional line. So I'm going to have this horse just at a very slight relaxed tilt. So there we go. The next shape we're going to draw is a very small circle. And this is going to be in diameter about half the size as this. You're going to put it right in the middle of that one. Now this will also determine on your breed of horse, if you have like a work or a draft horse, this might be a little bit larger. They have a little more of a boxy shape. If you have like an Arabian or something that has a really slender face, then that might change a little bit. So this is really up to you as an artist. Also, the distance between this circle and this circle varies as well. The more you practice with drawing this, the better you're going to get. And you're going to just automatically know the distance between these lines. So we have 3 lines. We have our circle, we have our direction of our head tilt, and we have our small circle, which is the muzzle. Now we get to play the game of connect the dots. So we're going to start at the very top of this circle, not the top like this way, but if you come from this line and you go out this way, draw a line from here to the top of that one. See how it just kind of, it's like a little bridge, just sits right there and goes right across there. It doesn't come down here and go into this, it goes right on the top. Boom, boom. And that wraps the forehead around the muzzle. And for this one, we're going to start here, right at the bottom part, but instead of coming straight to here, we're going to have it come in just a little bit because we want that chin. So this one we just wrapped it smooth. This one we're not. This one's going to kind of come in and see how it doesn't come to this point. It comes in just a little bit just to give us that chin. All right, and then we're going to take and bring our neckline down. So we have another curving line starting off here and coming down. And then this right here at the bottom of the circle. So there's our neck. So we have our top neckline and our inner bottom neckline. And you'll see it's the distance between these is thinner. And as it gets down, it gets more muscle, it gets more mass. So it gets a little bit thicker, but a nice curve. So let's put in the ears. So the ears up here don't sit directly on top of the head. That's a mistake that a lot of artists, when they're first learning how to draw horses or other animals, they'll put the ears right on top and they sit just a little bit in on either side. So we're just going to represent this with a little triangle shape here. And then I'm going to put another one here on the other side. Now there's something you're going to notice before you draw it. Take a peek at this. So this one here is from here to here, and this one here is from here to here. One thing to notice is that I don't draw all the way through because the face of the horse is overlapping this ear, so you're not going to see it come down. And you'll also see that this ear might not be as high as this one. So if we draw a little line, height line, you'll see this one's a little bit shorter. And that's because it's a little farther away and the tilt of the horse's head is kind of tilting it down. Again, this can change if you have a slightly different tilt. In fact, some of the reference photos that I'm looking at, the farther ear might be equal to that or higher than that. So you want to really look at your pictures that you're drawing and decide that's a detail to take and pay attention to. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lines, and we have our horse base done. The rest of it is just details. So in under 9 lines, we've got a horse head base. I'm just going to block in where I'm going to have my eye. So I'm going to put it right here on this line. Nice little circle there. And there's a lot of details that go into drawing a horse eye, and I'm not going to go into all of them right now, so because that's an entirely different video, which I've done videos on drawing horse eyes before. So I would recommend just taking a good peek at your reference photos to see what they look like. So I have my eye as one detail, and then I'm going to come down here. I'm going to draw my nose, and the nose, the best way to describe it is the number 6, depending on the direction of the horse. If he's looking this way, it's a 6. If he's looking this way, it's a backwards 6. Put his little mouth. His mouth is kind of almost at this line, just a little bit above the jawline, and it kind of goes just like that. So we have 1, 2, 3 details. And now we're going to work on some of the hair. Actually, I didn't give him a pupil there. He looks a little weird. Let's give him a pupil. There we go. So now let's go ahead and give him some mane. This is the forelock, so this hair is going to come down here. And I'm just going to draw nice. I don't generally draw my hair like individual strands. I draw it like the shape. And then I'll take my eraser in a minute and I'll erase that inside lines that I don't need anymore. That'll kind of clear up some confusion. There we go. And then for his mane, I'm going to come and bring this. And this, drawing his mane is really based on how you want to design it as an artist. So I like to give a nice swirly mane. Just like that. Now, a couple of things that we can do to fix this up is obviously I can take my eraser and erase these guidelines now that I don't need anymore. And that's why it's really important when you're drawing. If you can use really light pressure, that will help you to be able to erase these lines. And then I want to define his jaw a little bit. So I'm going to find that circle again, and I'm just going to kind of draw that in just halfway, just a little bit. And then maybe I'll give just a little line right here to indicate some of the muscle structure there. That is my super basic horse. This is how I started drawing my horses. And then I began to study and look at what really made up a horse skull and what were all the bits and bobs going on underneath and proportion. And from there it grew and grew, and I tried new things, I tried new techniques, but it started from this. This is what I would draw. Pretty soon began to draw even more horses. And so if you are a horse lover and enjoy drawing horses, this is a great one to start with, because it uses just your basic lines. Doesn't mean that it's going to be necessarily easy the first time you try to draw it. This was something I had to work at a lot to get to this. And then I had to work even more to get to drawing where I am drawing horses now. So don't give up on your art. Allow yourself the opportunity to learn, to grow, and to be at the level that you need to be at. And if you're not content at that level, keep working at it, keep practicing at it. We tend just to get mad at ourselves when we can't draw things, and that's part of the process as learning. So enjoy where you are in your art now. Some great ways to begin to practice and get better and to improve faster is drawing frequently, but also don't just draw the same thing over. So if I want to get better at drawing horse heads, I'm not going to draw this exact horse head like this, these steps over and over and over again. I'm going to take these steps and go, now how can I make this better? I'm going to watch other artists draw and see, okay, do I see the steps that they've made, and how are they similar to how I draw my horse head, and then how are they different? And then I'm going to try those out. I'm going to draw my horses in different positions. I'm going to draw different kinds of horses. I might draw dogs or elephants or cows, and that's going to help me to see the difference, what makes each animal individual and unique, and it's going to open up your artistic eyes to observation. So lots of things you can do to get better. But the number one thing is just do not give up. Keep going, keep creating, and pretty soon you're going to see your art begin to level up. I would love to see your art. So whatever you are creating, I'd love to take a peek at it. If you have a social media, I have my links in the description box below. You can tag me in your photos. I'll have an email in the description box if you want to email me a picture of what you're creating. I'd love to see it. I used to do artist showcases where I would take everyone's pictures that they sent me, and then I would show them at the end of the video. So maybe we'll do that. Start that up again, because that's always fun to see what other people are creating. If you'd like to be part of the artist showcase, send me, tag me in photos and send me an email with your photos in it. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something, are encouraged to draw horse heads for yourself. You can, of course, continue your art a la carte journey with me by watching one of these videos here. So until next time, God bless you guys, keep being creative, and we'll see you in the next art video. Bye-bye!